Well, good morning to you.
Well, you just heard us run through a whole bunch of these statistics with our polling data, and you are in charge of helping to defend the slim Democratic majority in the Senate. Are you still confident that you can pick up a seat in Florida? And are you bullish that you will actually be able to pull off a win in Arizona?
I am. I'm still very, very confident. We have all the pieces in place to be successful. And basically, it's very similar to how we were successful in the last cycle when folks thought that that was not possible in a midterm with a party in power in the White House. We did. We made history last cycle. We're going to do it again. And it's primarily because of candidate quality. We have outstanding Democratic candidates, outstanding Democratic incumbents who have served their state against deeply flawed Republican candidates. So I'm confident we're going to be able to win.
Okay, so just to put up on screen, because I don't think we did that, the candidate in Arizona is talking about Ruben Gallego is leading Kerry Lake by 13 points. That's pretty stark.
Yeah.
So are you confident?
It is. And the lead is great, but I take every poll with a grain of salt. We're still going to have a tough race. We're going to still be focused on Arizona to make sure that Ruben wins. But if you look at the contrast, his service to the state of Arizona through his work in Congress versus Kerry Lake, who's been an election denier. She's been traveling around the country, not in Arizona. People of Arizona want someone who's going to be there fighting for them. And that's what they have in Congressman there.
Okay, but that is what's happening down ballot. But President Biden in the state of Arizona is down 5 points versus Donald Trump. So what are they missing at the top of the ticket here?
Well, I'm still confident that Joe Biden will win in Arizona as well. The election will continue to play out. These are going to be close races. As I said, with his lead, I always take these polls with a grain of salt in the fact that these are competitive battleground states. By definition, they're going to be very close. We're going to win not just because of the candidates, but also because of our ability to run better campaigns, reaching out to our voters, getting them engaged, getting them to the polls. That's how you win these close races. It's what we did last cycle. It's what we're going to do again this year at election time.
Well, in Florida and Arizona, we polled in both of those states. By almost 3-1, voters say President Trump would be better for their finances than President Biden. In Arizona, Trump has a 10-point advantage on the specific question of who cares about people like you a lot. And the economy, again and again, #1 issue. What can President Biden do to fix that?
Well, President Biden has been focused on the economy. And actually, if you poll folks about their individual view about themselves, polls are pretty consistent. They feel good about what's happening in their family. And it's about focusing on that aspect. Ask people about yourself and are you better off? But certainly, President Biden, as well as Democrats in the Senate, have been looking to reduce costs. For example, prescription drugs, bringing down the price of prescription drugs for families. It is a focus of the president that will continue. And, you have to look back in the previous administration. Folks forget that when the former president was there, we were in a pandemic, and he just mishandled that pandemic in a spectacular fashion.
That is why
it caused so many hardships for people.
Yeah, and that is why it is so stark when people say they think he's going to be better for their finances. It's pretty stunning, frankly. On the issue of the border, we know just